do you recommend someone to settle in Australia, or how is it like? If someone's thinking today, like in 2023, if I'm thinking I'm somewhere in the world, not just India, anywhere in the world, and if I'm thinking to go to Australia, what would be your views on that? So somebody should, what they should consider, what should they should think, and firstly they should think or not.
Yeah, definitely. I think Australia is a beautiful country. There's so much that Australia has to offer, right from its natural beauty to, just the lifestyle that we have here. There's a lot to offer. Just do your research is would be my advice. Is like, first thing is come visit the country before you move, and get a feel for the country, get a feel for the people, and is this something for you or not? Far too often people come in here and then they're like, oh, but this is not what I expected, right? So like I said before, set your expectations right. And to set your expectations, come for a vacation, go to a few different cities that you're thinking of moving to and see what those cities are like. And then decide if it's right for you, if it's not right for you. Understand, talk to the locals, talk to people in those cities to understand what the barriers are, what the issues are, what is hard, what is easy, and then make that decision whether you want to move or not. The second thing is, I think Australia has given me a lot in my journey, right? And so I'm never going to say don't move to Australia. But again, for what you want to achieve, is this the right country for you? Because we are backwards in many different ways, from technology to, just the way change is difficult for Australians. They can't change very quickly. Things are slower. So for example, if you're used to living in California, in San Francisco, in the US, which is a very high hustling, bustling city, in Australia, you may only get that hustle bustle in Melbourne and Sydney, and nowhere else, right? So come in and understand what this country is before you move in here. But yeah, it has beautiful, like if you're into surfing, if you're into, beach type lifestyles, a lot of times people like, student essays, people are asked to write, okay, so why do you want to move to Melbourne? And most of those student essays actually say, oh, because Melbourne has beautiful weather, 9 months of the year, Melbourne is cold and windy. Right?
Are you like you moved in Melbourne from day one, right?
Yeah.
Moved. Okay. Yeah, I lived in cities. In Australia, I moved a lot, and yes, I shouldn't say that, but the worst weather I felt in Melbourne. Like you go to Queensland, you go to sunny coast, Sydney. Like that's beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, don't be disillusioned by what you hear on the internet, on YouTube, or on things like that. Please come down to Melbourne, experience Sydney, experience Queensland, and then make your decision if you want to move here and why do you want to move here.